April meeting of the BBAA is now in order, and I hope the other people can get on.
I'm texting them now.
Okay, so we'll give them a chance. Anyhow, this will be an abbreviated meeting, obviously. But we'll be talking a lot about the eclipse. Let's go to our schedule first, and somewhere I've got the screen. I did have it. Let me go back to it. Calendar. Calendar. Share screen. Okay. Now, if there's anybody out there, I know there's Jeremy out there. So far, he's the only one.
Just us.
Just us. Well, this is our schedule for this month. Of course, tonight's meeting. Now, this next 3 days is iffy. I've got a couple people that are, well, Sean is going to Statewide Star Party in Outer Banks, right, John?
I'm going tomorrow.
At least one, and I've got another maybe, another possible.
And there's another astronomy club down there, so we'll be fine.
Good, okay. Now on, let me move this out of the way. Okay, then the North Carolina has their statewide star party every year about this time. And they've got one at the Outer Banks at Dowdy Park. On Saturday, they've got one at the Dismal Swamp State Park. We also have a couple people, I don't know how to, I don't know how to see who's there. Anyway.
There's 3 people for that one.
There's 3 people signed up for that, I know.
Yeah.
And I can't get back to it.
Technology is not working.
Yeah.
Just go to the calendar tab. The second one from the left.
Yeah, I'll go back there. All right. Okay. All right. Also, there's going to be a little camp out and sky watch, quote unquote, at Northwest River Park on Saturday. We've got a couple people that are signed up for that too, tentatively. So hopefully we'll have 2 or 3 people there. The day of the eclipse, when most of us will be gone somewhere, I've got at least 2 people, possibly 3 people, going to be in Newport News Library. Sam Bartholomew and Joe DiStefano and another gentleman, I can't remember his name. They're going to be planning on being there. Now, I'm going to be gone this whole week because I was planning on being back on the 9th or the 10th, but my wife decided she wants to go to Michigan to visit her brothers, whom she hasn't seen in almost 10 years. So we're going to go to Michigan. So I'm going to be gone this whole week. That's why I canceled Astronomy 101 at Kempsville Rec Center, because that's the presentation that I give. And so we're going to put that off until May. At Fort Story, we've got a couple people signed up as possibilities to help out at Fort Story Campground. And hopefully that will, I did it again. Hopefully that will work out. So I should be back on Saturday the 13th, but there's nothing coming up until following Wednesday. Tidewater Master Naturalists at, and I forgot where that is, and I can't figure out where it is from here. Wednesday night is that. Thursday night is Garden Stars at the Norfolk Botanical Garden. The 20th, Saturday, Sunday at Elizabeth River Park. And that night there's a Girl Scout encampment. I think that's in the Williamsburg area. The following week, Wednesday night, Malibu has a science night, and of course it doesn't start till 6 p.m. and it's over by 7:30 before sunset. So hopefully we'll look at the sun or have a static display. Same thing on Thursday night, steam night at somewhere. It doesn't say on the calendar, and I can't get to it. Skywatch is the 27th, the official Skywatch at Northwest River Park, from 8 p.m. till midnight. And then that takes us into May. Next month, club meeting a month from now is 2nd. Hopefully we will have some big people to tell about their eclipse experiences. On Saturday the 4th, they want us down at the ocean front for Star Wars May the 4th Be With You. Oh, and that'll bring up something we sort of tabled last month, and we'll come back to that in old business. Then the East Coast Star Party spring event from Thursday through early Sunday morning, the 9th, 10th, and 11th, and go home Sunday the 12th at East Coast Star Party, Spokes Plantation State Park. Our first Boardwalk Astronomy will be the 14th, down at the ocean front, behind the 24th Street stage, 6 p.m. till 11 p.m. Following Saturday on the 18th and Saturday, Sunday, and I'm getting messages on my phone. Let's see who that is. Bruce Power says he's got invalid meeting ID.
We're looking at it right now.
Okay.
Good teamwork now.
All right, it takes us to Saturday, Sunday on the 18th, which is also International Astronomy Day. In the past, we have set up at a public library. We used to do it at Virginia Beach Central Library. More recently, we've been doing it at the Portsmouth Central Library. So again, I don't have the information available to tell you exactly where we're going to be on that day, but we've got a month to figure it out. Garden Stars again on the 23rd of May, Skywatch on the 25th, and that's it for the next 2 months. Any questions? Yes?
When does the reservations for East Coast Star Party go live?
They're already.
They're already.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been live. You can sign up anytime for the East Coast Star Party. Any other questions?
You have
Yes.
the fall dates yet for the East Coast Star Party?
No, we don't. We haven't set those up yet. Okay, anybody else? All right, we will terminate the screen sharing here. As if it did any good, because there's nobody on.
The Master Naturalist event is at Virginia Wesleyan.
Oh yeah, Virginia Wesleyan, that's right. That's the Master Naturalists thing at the Green Building or Green something, Green Hall at Wesleyan University. Okay. We don't have a secretary's report. We don't have a treasurer's report. We don't have, I don't suppose we have an Alcor report, do we, Jeremy?
We do have an Alcor.
We do have an Alcor report. Okay, go ahead. Give us the Alcor report.
Congrats to Jonathan Sheets for his Planetary Nebula Award. And that is the conclusion of that Alcor report.
Yes.
That was all he said for that.
Okay, well, that's good. In case
Normally
anybody
get from
wonders,
Blackstone.
the Astronomical League has a bunch of programs that you can sign up for to do observing, and you fill out your logs and send them in, and you can earn a pin and a certificate. And the Planetary Nebula Award happens to be one that was hosted by the Back Bay Amateur Astronomers, started by Ted Forte, who was at the time a very active member. For a while he was the club president. And Ted retired from the shipyard, moved to Arizona, has a roll-off roof observatory, a 30-inch Dob and an 18-inch Dob and a couple other scopes. And he is active in the Huachuca Astronomy Club, goes to the observatory there, I forget the name of it, Kitt Peak, and he's a docent there. He is also the coordinator for the Planetary Nebula program for the internet, or, the astronomical league. So it's nice to have people from the club who started that award to earn that award. All right. No scholarship committee report, no RRT report. Old
No,
business.
There is actually a scholarship report.
There is a scholarship report. Okay, this is the month we should be getting
He said he's waiting on
applications.
Yeah, hold on, let me scroll up and I'll tell you.
Okay.
And now I don't see it. Keep going, I'll look for it.
Well, just off the top of my head, this is the month we're expecting applications to come in from the schools, from students applying for the scholarship. The deadline is May 1st for the items to be postmarked. So the first week of May, we should have all the applications in. And so sometime, probably the second week of May or thereabouts, the
Oh, yeah.
scholarship committee will get
He
together.
said he's waiting for the 1 May due date for selection to start.
Right.
So,
So the scholarship committee will get together in May and evaluate. Yes, ma'am.
Eddie wants to come into the meeting.
Oh,
Eddie entered the waiting room. Admit. Wow.
I don't see him in there, so I can't help there.
Oh. I hit admit. I don't know if that works.
I think it says 3 participants down
There
there.
it is.
There's Eddie at the top.
There he is. Hey, there's Eddie. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, son. I don't know if am I muted? I'm not muted, am I?
You're not muted.
No.
I think-
But good to see you, Eddie.
Good to see you, George.
Okay.
Here.
We bypassed the minutes. Do you want to have the minutes? Do you want to read, or do you want to? We have a motion to waive the reading of the minutes.
I motion that we waive the reading.
It has been moved. Is there a second?
I
It's been
second
moved and
that.
seconded. We waive the reading of the minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, we're gonna waive it. You're out of the woods, Eddie.
Well, give me some more time.
I'm surprised we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 people here. I figured with the eclipse coming up, everybody would have gone. But we're here. Okay. See, old business.
Admit.
You got
Admit.
Abraham.
Abraham.
Oh, that's Jeff Goldstein.
Commit.
Welcome, Jeff. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Rich apparently is incapacitated or at a funeral or something, had a death in the family, and I didn't know anything about it, and so you had somebody who's not very adept at Zoom trying to get everybody in. That's me. Okay, old business. I'm starting. We've got a bunch of clothing over here, and all of this is for sale. I do have some people, well, that's not it. I do have some people who have asked for things, but they never show up. So, I've got stuff in there to give them. I'm going to have to start mailing it out to them. But I've got some gray, some blue t-shirts. I've got extra large, large, double X, triple X. I've got a medium black. I got small blue. I've got some medium blue and gray. And I've got a couple East Coast Star Party t-shirts, if you didn't get one, size medium, and an extra large sweatshirt. If anybody wants one, see me after the meeting. Okay, back to what we talked about a little bit last month. Silkscreen. What did you? I know you've talked to. Sean has talked to Kent Blackwell and Bob Hitt.
Yes.
And what have you thought about?
Robert said that if we wanted to use his machine for the East Coast Star Party shirts, we'd do a trial run and then we could see how complicated it is.
Okay.
And I figure that's a good way to test it out.
I said, okay, so the decision was made, we're not gonna buy one. We can, I mean, we're gonna try using.
We'll have to get the blanks. We may have to get some of the supply, like ink or something like that, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, well, we've got money in the treasury that we can buy supplies.
Yeah, but the blanks are like $3 a shirt, vice what we're paying $10 to $15 a shirt, I think.
Yeah.
So it'll be considerably cheaper.
Yeah, so, yeah, buy the blank shirts for $3 and sell them for 10 or 12 or whatever. So, yeah, that sounds like a good deal.
1 million.
So, what do we need to do to get the blanks?
You get them online. I mean, we just get them where they get theirs.
Okay, okay.
Is what I was thinking of. They have a place in Chesapeake that they go through.
Do you want to go ahead and try that out, Sean?
Yeah, if you guys want me to. I mean, I'm assuming that's okay with the club members because we didn't want to buy the machine.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we don't have to buy the machine.
Don't have to buy the machine if we use his and try to make our own shirts. Why don't you get,
Did you guys meet as a? Okay.
no.
Well, if you want to make a motion, we'll do it.
Okay, I'll make a motion. I make a motion that Sean buy, what, 10 blanks? Is that a good number?
Well, no.
How
Because
many?
however many was coming to the register. And however many that registers for the thing.
Oh, I thought you would just try it out.
No, they'll do all of them with that machine.
Okay, oh, all right. Well, how many, we had about 30 people.
It'll probably be 30 to 40 shirts is what I would say,
Why
somewhere
don't we
around
say
there.
30, say 40, you wanna say 50? Is that too many?
Probably 40 is what I'm
40,
thinking,
okay.
because that way, I think we had like 30 people show up, and we had some extra t-shirts, and you have some right
A couple
here.
left, yeah.
We don't wanna have too many.
Right, okay. All right, so I move that Sean take the initiative to buy the blanks and the materials needed to print 40 East Coast Star Party t-shirts. We need to come up with a logo, don't we?
Yeah, but I haven't made it yet,
Okay,
but I'm going to.
but you're going to. All right, you're gonna make,
This is just like how Kent used to do the East Coast Star Party. No one knew what the logo was going to be until you showed up there and got your shirt. Right? Everybody knew it was going to say East Coast Star Party, and they're going to say the spring or
Yeah,
fall
spring
in the
and
year.
yeah.
But you didn't know what the picture was going to be.
That's fine.
And that's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'll tell you this. My idea is it's going to be something to do with the eclipse because the eclipse is happening. So that's my plan.
Okay, good. All right, so I've moved,
It might be that.
that Sean take the initiative to buy the materials, print the shirts. Is there a second?
Second.
Second?
Third.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, opposed? It's been moved and carried, motion carried. Ball's in your court.
Yeah.
All right. The other question is, do we want to make shirts for the May 4th thing or not? Or just wear our BBA t-shirts?
I would say it's going to be probably too close to.
I think so,
This
too.
process might not be
This-
good. We may not like it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's not worry about the May 4th t-shirts.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, you have a bunch of t-shirts you can sell on the boardwalk right now.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. New business. Any other old business? New business. It's actually a combination of new and old. We've been getting a lot of requests for events, but we're running out of people to fulfill them. I mean, especially during this eclipse season. We've got just a handful of people that are active in all of the events. And just lately we've got a couple new people involved, which is great. But we've got about 150 or 160 members, and about a dozen or 2 dozen at the most are active in the events. So we need more volunteers. And I'm not begging you. I'm just saying it's more fun if you get involved. And you know, those of us who are doing it all the time, we enjoy it. And only thing is, there's so many events. It's hard to cover one person to cover them all, or have a few people to cover them all.
Yeah, I mean, and I totally agree. And like, from someone who, like, I try to do as many as I can, but I also understand that, like, we all have other things we have to do. So I'm in school, which unfortunately eats up a majority of my time. So even on my best days, like, I can't make every single event that's on the calendar just because, like, I got bigger, more pressing priorities to deal with. But like, I imagine that even if you were to take a look at your schedule, even if you were really busy, like, there's enough of us, or even if all of us have like other things going on, that we could probably at least send like a couple of extra people out to these events to provide some additional assistance.
And also, Roland Downing said he's gone to about 2 or 3 events, and he found out that they were canceled, and he didn't know anything about it. And so he's a little bit frustrated, and so that's another thing that I'm not.
What, do you know what happened? Like, did the event organizer cancel, not tell us?
One of them was at Little Creek. In fact, this past Wednesday, and it's still active on the calendar. But he went there, and Roland said, "Let me see." He sent me a text message. He said they told him that the event coordinator had canceled it. So I don't know.
So we need to talk to, I know who that is. We need to talk to them then about, because it's the same thing they did to you and I, George, when we went out to Little Creek, remember? They didn't notify us and we showed up for an event. It's the same lady.
Right.
I know exactly who it is.
Jeff, did you know anything about that?
No, I sure didn't. I hadn't heard the first thing about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this was last night. This is Wednesday, yesterday, and Roland texted me and said, "What happened?" And I said, "I don't know."
I went outside, because you're talking about last night. It was last night. It cleared off last night, so I figured they just had an event. I noticed they didn't get canceled.
Right.
But
yeah, he said it was still active on the calendar, so he went, and they told him it was canceled.
I would suggest that maybe Jeff, when Jeff gets back, he can give that lady a call and just make sure she knows what we expect when they want to cancel an event, so we can let our members know.
Right. Okay, that's that. All right, observing reports. For our observing report, our first report will be a report from our weatherman, Jeff Edmondson. Would you like to come up here, Jeff?
Yeah, come on up. The most complicated forecast we have to deal with, but that's for the eclipse. So
This is the most important forecast you're ever going to give.
Yes, it is. Yes,
No
it is.
pressure.
I'll share this in a second once I get this site loaded. This is the one site that has been doing a good job. There's another website that I look at for forecasts, but we're looking at ensemble forecasts. So it's basically a bunch of models all put together, and those models can give you a rough solution for, in our case, just the clouds. Usually when we look at ensembles, we're caring about hurricanes or snowstorms, not so much of it's going to be cloudy or not. So that's a tricky thing. We're going to start with, and I'm going to keep this on the national view, so you can, and then you're ready to roll. Okay? On the back side of this, which I didn't get the back side of it, but it has replace filters, and I'll give you a message on the computer saying that. So that's when you put the filters back on your cameras or your telescopes and the eclipse glasses back on your peepers.
How long I remember seeing the 17 eclipse, and the sense of time is gone from that, because I was just observing it. How long is the Bailey beads art? I remember I felt like it was 1 second, but maybe it's longer.
It's fairly short. That's the reason why it's taking a bunch of pictures in that time frame.
Okay.
So you're trying not to miss it, but then you have to worry about how fast your camera can store its files.
And then how soon there's this time that I'm trying to figure out, removing the filter, Bailey's beads. How soon can you do that before, oops, I removed it too early, and
well, this right
the camera
here,
gets smoked?
Okay.
That's if you kind of understand my question.
Yeah, this right here says that you can remove it about 40 seconds ahead of time. Okay,
About 40 seconds. That's what this right here is programming on.
okay.
It gives
Wow.
you 2 warnings to do it. One at 3:48, one at 3:48 and 3:58. Then it starts taking the Bailey Beats pictures at 4:40 and go down from there. And you're, you know,
Okay, so this
you're
little time-
observing. You're not doing anything except listening to this annoying clicking going on.
Right,
Okay.
yeah. So this
And
little
that's the
time-
main point about watching the eclipse. Observe it. That's the reason why the first slide had observing photography. Okay? Any questions here? I'm going too fast. Yeah.
Just a side there, can you use binoculars when you're in totality?
Yes.
Yes.
You can use anything that you can use your telescope. But
And if you have filters for your binoculars, you can use your binoculars before totality.
Yep.
I got filters thanks to Bob and his 3D printer.
yes.
Can someone that's more knowledgeable than myself, kind of, without getting too complicated, kind of explain to me, you know, the sun comes up in the east and sets in the west. So this path that the